Hi everyone. Today I want to do something special. I want to personally thank Caleb Porzio for creating Laravel Livewire and also show you why Livewire version 4 is an absolute game changer for Laravel development. Now, if you're building with Laravel, you know how Livewire has transformed the way we create dynamic interfaces. And version 4 is the biggest release yet. So let's dive in. And first thing first, Caleb, if you're watching this, thank you. Livewire has changed how we build Laravel applications. Before Livewire, creating reactive components meant either writing mountains of JavaScript or dealing with complex SPA frameworks. Now I like Vue.js and also React, but for someone who haven't tried, dealing with them is not a good choice. But you gave us something better, the ability to write React components using the tools we already love, so PHP and Blade. You made Laravel development faster, simpler, and honestly just more fun. And with Alpine.js too, you are on a roll, man. The Laravel community is better because of your work, so thank you for the countless hours, the thoughtful design decisions, and for always listening to the community. And the biggest change in V4 is the view-based components. Now, instead of bouncing between PHP class and Blade file, everything lives in one place now. So we have PHP class, let me show you. Here we have PHP, logic, we have HTML, also we have styles, and we can add scripts. Okay, this is in all in one component. Now, if you don't like this, of course, you can create components like you have learned, class components. So a separate component for a separate file for the class and separate file for the blade. Also, you can create multi-file component, and you can read more in the Livewire documentation. So go to documentation and components. Yeah, creating a component like this, or you can create pages, yeah, with pages : or create -mfc for multi-file component. This is going to create inside the create directory the create PHP, which is a PHP class, blade template, JavaScript, which is optional, scope style, global style, and also test optional with the test flag. Okay, and as I told you, you can create also you can convert, so Livewire convert the name and then convert in multi-file component or single file component. But also we have class-based component, what we have learned in v3, sorry, by saying make Livewire the component name and dash class, and it's going to create a traditional class and blade. See that lightning bolt emoji? That's now the default for new Livewire components. You can instantly tell a Livewire component from a regular blade component in your file tree. So small detail but huge impact. If you don't like this emoji, you can disable it in the config file. But that's it, just to see that you have in here. Okay, and here we have an example of a counter. As you can see, we have public count, increment, h1, and style to apply this title in this count, and in the dashboard I have added this count. Now this is a component, not a page. In the dashboard page I added this Livewire counter, as you can see. And here is a project, here is a counter. We can increment. Now I'm going to refresh and just inspect the element to show you. If I go to console, we have counter here, because in the counter we have a script, and this is for component specific JavaScript. Okay, it's going to load only when this component is loaded, which means if I go here and comment this and refresh, now we don't see that counter. But if we have that counter and refresh, now yeah, we see counter. Okay, now let's see the island. Now here where things get really exciting. Island lets you create isolated regions within a component that update independently. So think of them as mini components within your component, okay? So this, let's say this first, and let's go to island. And here we have this island. Now think of this one is a small component. And yeah, we can create a separate component, but this is more useful. Why? Because here we can have access to all the properties we have in this component. So I have here displaying this revenue also here. And when we are inside the island, I have added text indigo 600. Then refresh here, also refresh outside of the island, and then increment and decrement inside here, and increment and decrement outside. And we have a public revenue, then increment and decrement here. And I'm going to close this. Now, if I click on this increment, which is this button here, it's going to increment the revenue, as you can see, but the revenue inside the island is not updating. And yeah, we can click how many we want, but the island is going to remain untouched. Now, if I click refresh here, now we have the same result as this because the island is refreshing. We can click plus and minus here now, and you can see if I click plus, now this is going to update and this is not updated. So you can think as a separate component. We can do what we want in here, and it's not going to affect the other component, only what we have inside. Okay, so let me just say refresh here now, and it's going to go 25. If I go here, this is updating, this is not updating. So when you click here, it's going to update this part. When you click outside, the up and down is going to update the whole component. So this is how island can help you. And yeah, you can add names to island, appending content, or lazy loading for different content, and so on. Also, one more thing I want to show you is drag and drop sorting. And I think we have here, so let me just go to dashboard. Yeah, I have here, so I'm going to uncomment this and save, and now we have sorting right here. I have a public post, get all the posts, post an array, and then get all the posts here. And here we have a sort post, and just down post and position. Here we have UL. I think we are okay. Yeah. So wire sort on the UL, we have sort post of this method, and for each post, and then here in the li we say wire key and wire sort item. Here we pass the ID, and also for the wire key we pass the ID. Now here I have a list of posts. You can see we can sort, but for now I just run dump the post and the position. So post is this, I post ID, and the position now starts from 0. So 0, 1, 2, 3 is not from 1. This is going to be 0, 1, 2, 3. So this, if I move it right here, is going to be 1. The position 1 and the ID is 3. So ID is 3 and the position is 1, okay? And you can update then in the database the position, or you can do what you like. Also, we have optimistic UI. Livewire version 4 makes your interfaces feel instant with optimistic UI updates. And here I have an example. So let's go back again and show you this example here. So we have show model, false, and we have title and content. This is just an example, but what I want to show you is here. We have this button, and when we click this button, or we can say show model. Now this is not a model, but just this is going to show based on the show model value, which by default is false. Okay. Now, when we click here, we have to say $wire because we're using X on click. Okay, $wire modal, show modal to be the opposite of the show modal is now. If I refresh and just inspect the element, go to the network. If I click show modal, here we are showing the modal, hiding, showing, hiding, and no request made here. Another cool feature is now you can have a route Livewire, so using the pages, or you can say layout and so on. So if you go here, and you can say route Livewire, post create pages, and then post create. So this is going to be inside the pages directory, post create, and you can update that. Another big thing which I like is JSON. So you can go here and see JSON. Now I'm going to create a tutorial on Livewire, but this is just what we have here. So JSON, and for example, we have a search, and then we have X data, which is Alpine thing from the Caleb Porzio also. Query post. Now query is empty string, post by default is an empty array, and then on input we use X model query, which is this one, and X on input debounds. We're going to say wire search. We're going to call this search passing the query here. Okay, and then data, we're going to say post, which is this post here, to be equal with the data. So we're going to populate this post with what we get, what we returned in here, and we're going to display like this. You have many features with version 4. Now let's talk about something really important. Laravel's commitment to Livewire. You may have noticed that when you create a new Laravel project now, there's no traditional blade starter kit anymore. Laravel is pushing Livewire with Flux as the default way to build a modern Laravel application. And I know some developers were like, wait, where's my blade starter kit? I just want simple server render pages. Also, I had the same feeling. But now I get it. Change can feel uncomfortable, but here's why this is actually huge and why we should support it. Laravel, the most popular PHP framework in the world, is essential saying this is the future of building Laravel applications. Okay? Think about what that means for Caleb and for the Livewire ecosystem. First is it validates the vision. Taylor Otwell and the Laravel team are betting on Livewire as the primary way to build interactive Laravel apps. That's not small, that's a full commitment. And second, it ensures when Livewire is backed into Laravel official stack, you know it's going to be maintained, improved, and support for years to come. And third, it grows the ecosystem. So more developers using Livewire means more packages, more tutorials, more community support, and more job opportunities for all of us. And Flux, yeah, it's a beautiful component library built specifically for Livewire. It's what makes the starter kit feel polished and professional right out of the box. Look, I understand if you prefer the simplicity of a traditional Blade starter kit, but here's the thing. You can still build traditional server render apps, and Livewire doesn't force you to make everything reactive. You can use it as much or as little as you want. What Laravel is doing is giving you the tools to build modern interactive interfaces without leaving the Laravel ecosystem. No separate JavaScript build process, no API layer between your frontend and backend, just PHP, just Blade, just Laravel. And why we should support this? Caleb has given us incredibly tools for free. So Livewire is an open source, Alpine is open source, and these tools make our job easier, our applications better, and our clients happier. When Laravel officially adopts Livewire, it helps ensure that Caleb can continue to work on these tools full time. It means Livewire gets the resources and attention it deserves. So whether you're building your next project with Livewire or not, I encourage you to support this direction. Try it out, give it a fair shot, and if you benefit from these tools, consider sponsoring Caleb on GitHub or simply spreading the word about what Livewire can do. The Laravel ecosystem is at its best when we support the people building amazing tools for all of us. So once again, thank you, Caleb Porzio. Thank you for Livewire. Thank you for Alpine. Thank you for pushing the Laravel ecosystem forward and making it possible to build incredible applications without the complexity of modern JavaScript frameworks. Okay, friends, so that's it all about this video. Now drop a comment below with your favorite V4 feature and let me know if you're excited about Laravel directions with Livewire. Give this video a thumbs up if you found it helpful and subscribe for more Laravel content. Thanks for watching and happy coding.